Hello everyone, I'm Johnny and today we're reviewing episode 1 of Cowboy Bebop. I won't be fully summarizing the episode, but rather giving you my observations and insights as I see them, and trying to share my perspective with you, all while trying not to oversell the series because that's been done. Cowboy Bebop is one of the most loved anime ever, really. So let's have a look at episode 1. Cowboy Bebop is a series about space cowboys being bounty hunters. Bebop is the name of the fishing ship our cowboys Spike and Jet operate out of. The title of the episode, Asteroid Blues, is a reference to the Dome City, built on an asteroid, where this episode takes place. A detail you might easily miss, as the world building in Cowboy Bebop can happen both subtly and fast. If you end up watching Cowboy Bebop for the first time, I hope the intro grabs you. Expect good music throughout the series. Music is one of the themes of the show. One of the first recurring themes introduced right away in the episode is the theme of hunger and the focus on food. The famous bell peppers and beef cooked aboard the ship rarely feature beef. This helps set the tone of a dystopian future where meat is a luxury item, or at least very expensive. Cowboy Bebop came out back in the late 1990s, and inflation is frequently brought up in the series, all the more relevant to viewers today. Cowboy Bebop predicted almost 30 years ago that society was going to advance technologically but regress socially. We have smartphones now, but the price of meat is getting to Cowboy Bebop levels already. The blending of the future, the present, and the past is something Cowboy Bebop does beautifully. In this episode, there are a group of old-timers, just random nameless background characters, that pop up a few times. They are discussing the times and reminiscing on how they planted much of the agriculture on the asteroid. This gives the world a sci-fi yet western frontier feel. If I had to guess, the asteroid city was founded based on some mineral that has since dried up. Further driving home the western frontier feel, Spike meets with Laughing Bull in this episode, a nomadic Native American who seems to act for Spike as both a spiritual guide and informant. But overall, Laughing Bull is a mysterious character in the series. If by chance you don't pick up on the subtle hints that this future isn't a great place, the main plot of the episode should help. Spike is chasing a drug smuggler bounty named Asimov, wanted by authorities as well as a crime syndicate. Crime syndicates, namely the Red Dragon Crime Syndicate, will be central in some of the future episodes. The syndicate in this episode is after Asimov for stealing their supply of Red Eye, a drug with an interesting delivery method, invented just for this episode. To ground the real danger and violence of the situation, the syndicate, as always, is using 21st century firearms. Cowboy Bebop uses a significant mix of known firearms. Despite being science fiction, it grounds the violence to something we know and recognize. There are no tame sci-fi stun settings for weapons in this universe. If Spike does want to stun someone, he of course can use his martial arts and gun fu. Cowboy Bebop, despite being an anime, is a gun fu staple. Gun fu, a stylized form of blending martial arts and gunfighting, originates in the 1980s with John Woo, but these days it's strongly associated with the John Wick films. This episode also features Jet kicking some ass, which is less common, but it's always a huge treat seeing him grab anyone with his mechanical arm. You'll also be introduced to Spike's sleight of hand skill, something he will continue to use throughout the series. Spike is an all-finesse cowboy, getting by on his reflexes and speed. Episode 1, like most episodes, has as many slow scenes as fast. Here, Spike casually chats with his bounty's woman, while he gasses up his ship. He listens to her fragile optimism. You get the sense he is debating if he wants to pursue this bounty or not. Spike is constantly reflecting, and you'll start to learn why as the series progresses. This episode ends with a spacecraft battle and chase. I love how the chase scene starts. Spike recklessly takes off, damaging property, which circles back to the start of the episode, where Jet chastises Spike for why they never make any money, because their bounties always go towards paying damages. All right, I'm Johnny. Thanks for watching. Just a heads up, if you are watching Cowboy Bebop for the first time, this is one of several more adult episodes with a pretty sad ending that I won't spoil. Anyway, if you want to support the channel, like or subscribe and all that jazz, and we will see you, Space Cowboys, next time.